So you've got this mention in Forbes, which is great. So that's nice recognition. You've also got some exciting things happening. You've just done a recent installation at the museum here in the Waterloo region, where they have brought a touring show called Getting Naked, which is some works from the National Gallery of Canada that don't get shown very often.
Well, first of all, to give a little bit of background about Getting Naked, it is a collection of over 100 works from well-known artists, Canadian artists, and that never get seen. So it's from, I believe, the Royal Canadian Bank of Art, and they rent out pieces of artwork. So these artworks all have nudity in them, and very rarely are those ones chosen to be rented. So what the museum wanted to do was sort of put those on display in a collective and sort of ask the question, why are we so uncomfortable with nudity? Why are we, why do we not want to see these pieces? So when David Marskell of the museum came to me and asked me if I'd like to do a commission piece for the exhibit, I was really excited because, as you know, I do painting for the most part, but I've recently been getting interested in installation work. So I wanted to do something a little bit out of the box, a little bit different for me, and I decided to do a peep show.
Yes.
So when you go up the stairs to go to the exhibit, mine is the first one that you see. And so there's little holes, and you peep through the little holes, and behind that, the film is playing. And so it's done, I called it Alien in Our Own Skin, to sort of represent how comfortable or uncomfortable we may be even in our own skin being naked. And to juxtapose the idea of nudity or nakedness and sexuality as well.
Good point.
Because just being naked, just the act of being naked doesn't necessarily have to be sexual, but we equate the two very often. And I think that's part of the reason that we're uncomfortable with nudity is because we equate sexuality with that. And what it is 3 models removing their clothing, and you can see through their movements how comfortable they are or how uncomfortable they are, or just you get an intimate view of how they feel about being naked. And it was all 3 of the models said to me afterwards that it was a really liberating experience for them because they just got to be, once they were naked, then they were just sort of like, okay, I'm just gonna feel how this feels and do what comes naturally, and so that was really a rewarding part of the experience for me to really understand how they were feeling liberated by that, and I haven't publicized this, but I'm also one of the models myself. So it was liberating for me too. This year, every year I do a theme for how I'm going to approach the year. And this year, my theme was being brave. So this is one step towards being brave this year for me to do a piece like that.
Wow.
I mean, we've spoken before about growth, right? And as an artist, I feel like I'm not moving forward unless I'm pushing boundaries and growing as an artist with my practice and even things that are interesting to me, pursuing different interests.